Hello everybody. So today before we start the video, I am going to be talking about the comic of one of our Patreon supporters. So thank you Ashley for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And all of you watching or listening, because I know some of you guys listen, if you could check out Ashley's comic Fly By Night that they work on with their partner Frankie, that would be amazing. You can find it at flybynightcomic.com, as well as Tapas and Webtoons. It's an LGBTQ supernatural mystery series, and it sounds really cool. The war on the mountain is over and the sun has set for the last time. In the darkness, creatures both familiar and strange emerge. The instrumentalists are both ambassadors for those who seek new life on the surface and guardians against those who seek to disrupt the order above. Follow apprenticed instrumentalist Emile Bassot and their mentor, the enigmatic Professor Aldrich Mortrier, as they work together to find Emile's missing brother in this strange new world. So yes, please go check out Ashley's comic. It sounds really cool. And again, thank you, Ashley, for supporting us. We really appreciate it, and I'm so glad that you have been working on your comic. Thank you so much for watching. Alrighty, on to the video.
I guess once you're finished Magpie number 3, you can take a detour for Avo.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I could.
It's a little Avo detour, because you're going to have to get those done.
That is true.
So we can have a release date.
That'd be nice.
Because we'll get Magpie done by March, easy peasy.
Yes. Yeah, because I could at least sketch out the stuff. I was like, probably shouldn't like set up painting stuff until we're moved, but I could just sketch out things.
Yeah, weren't you gonna do like the pencils on computer anyways?
Yeah, exactly. So I could just do all those.
It's not like you're even close to done.
Yeah.
Me hates drawing cities. Also me. Let's set a comic in New York. Oh Lord, what choices? Well, maybe it'll make you love drawing cities.
That's true. That's a great way to learn. Challenge yourself like that. I find, is this just me? Whenever I'm writing, I'm thinking like NaNoWriMo type stuff.
Yeah.
I always avoid writing like real settings. If I'm doing like a historical or a modern setting, I like make up a town.
Same.
Because I'm like, I don't want to research. Because I've only ever been to, like, the city we live in and a couple, like, Canadian cities. So I'm like, I don't want to research. I haven't been to, and like, the thing is, like, if you're going to set it in a real place, like, you'd probably want to set it in, like, one of the big city type things or, like, a well-known area, right?
Nah. Just go for the gold.
Just because, like, part of me wants to find some, like, small town in the middle of nowhere and just, like, Google Maps
Fargo?
it. Fargo? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fargo is, like, a...
Yeah, there's tons of, like, little things that get picked out.
That's true.
You just don't... Sometimes you don't recognize they're actually a real place.
There is that, too, yeah. But I think it would be fun to do, like, a really deep dive into, like, a really tiny town in the middle of nowhere that, like, no one knows about. But also, I don't want to research that hard. But, like, things like setting something in New York, I'm always afraid of, like, because it's such, like, a beloved city and everyone knows it. I'm like, what if I get something wrong?
Mood. I even make fantasy worlds because I don't want to deal with, like, historical accuracy.
Yes. Because that was my thing when I was writing my historical one for this past NaNoWriMo was like, I didn't want to research like historical London or whatever, so I just made up a fantasy world.
Of course. You're just describing Silent Hill.
Yes.
Do y'all have any personal projects y'all are making? Yeah. Wait, what do you mean by personal projects? Or are you talking to the chat? I don't know.
I think they're talking to the chat.
Tiny weird town that nobody realizes exists. That's Magpie too, right?
That's true.
I'm procrastinating writing. Well, I guess Magpie's not an actual real town. It's in a place, but it's not real. Pinewood is fake.
That's when you call it New York, but in another dimension. So it's like slightly different. It's fine.
I just like making fantasy worlds and BS like that.
There is that too. That's fun.
I'm intimidated by sci-fi for the same reasons. Even though I could do the softest sci-fi ever and probably get away with it.
Probably. But yeah, it's like I don't want to research all these things. All these science things. Ugh.
Can't remember the real Silent Hill town is called though. The population is 13 old people who refuse to leave despite raging fire that's gonna last 80 more years. I mean, they're not gonna last 80 more years. So.
Exactly, they're fine.
Why do you guys stream so much? Because we're streamers.
Cause I don't know.
Do you want us to stop?
I guess. Well, we gotta stop now.
We ain't making any big content videos for a long time.
Listen, my brain hurts. I don't want to write scripts for videos. For comics, sure. As you should be doing. I'm calling all you out in the chat right now who are not working on your scripts. I'm upset with you. Go to your room. Do your homework.
Oh,
Do your comic homework. Or you're not getting any dessert.
All right, kids. What are the words that I need to search?
What words are you searching?
I need to search for dark because I say dark god a lot instead of god of shadows.
Oh, yes. No, she ain't mad. She's disappointed. Exactly. We have shown script examples. We have a video where Bones goes over his script.
Gotta search gray.
Me?
Yeah. All the times you wrote, "Is that me?" I'm like, oh no, wrong gray.
Yes. So you're going with the British spelling?
British.
The British?
Isn't it Canadian is gray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the same as the British.
Yeah, I use Canadian stuffs.
Okay. You're not gonna bow down to the American market?
All of my things are in Canadian English.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never noticed.
I can't look at color without a U. It makes me throw up.
Fair.
Color.
I know,
Colo.
I'm like, color? No.
Color.
Color?
Alright, let's find some filler words.
Let's do it. Control F Aaron and delete him from the book. No.
Yes.
I want more Aaron. That was my demand. I was like, more Aaron.
30 filler words to cut out of your writing. I get mad at these even though they're like a good idea.
It's not good. No, there's OU. It's not just you. It's not COLUR. It's COLOUR.
Color.
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 I hate that.
That's even more cursed.
Oh, that's very cursed.
All right. Where's the list? God damn, it's an info. Who care? Who wants to look at an infographic? Not this guy.
Not this boy.
Give me a list, boy. Useless
let's
words
call
to
her.
seek out and destroy in your manuscript. There we go.
Okay. The chat is wild. You're feral, all of you.
You're right, and I hate it. Yeah, exactly. Just. I love the word just.
Just.
Yeah, but it's a really bad. I use it too much. Even.
Yeah.
It's.
I hate slightly. There's times when
yeah.
you can use slightly, but I find people overuse it, and I'm like,
You know what I get annoyed with?
What?
Is when they're like, get rid of this, get rid of that, but then all your sentences are the exact same structure if you do that.
yes.
Yeah. So sometimes it's needed. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I add and then just so it's not she.
Exactly. Yeah. So you gotta vary it up, but you
Yeah.
can't overuse it, right?
Yeah, these are like the words that like are likely harming you.
You do be a suddenly guy. Yes, I do that too. I use suddenly or like
I hate
immediately.
suddenly.
I use immediately a lot.
Yeah, those are bad. I don't use those ones so much because I always type sometimes suddenly is useful. But usually if something happens immediately, I just do the M dash and add it in. That's how I do suddenly. It's usually M dash and then
dash.
crash.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but
What
oh
should
my
the
god,
max
can my
amount?
eyeball stop twitching?
No. What should the max amount of central characters be?
2. I'm just gonna go lower and lower each time you ask. There's no
0.
maximum, okay?
No,
It never caps out, but the more you add, the more painful your life will get. Just
That's
imagine
true.
that. Every time you add a character, you multiply your pain by 25.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The more main characters you have, the bigger the project is.
Yeah, and then you're stuck with Avo and you want to die.
And life is hell.
Like, I'm trying to go through all these so that I can give Chorls this book.
Do it for Chorl.
Seriously?
Comic about a bunch of Shiba Inu puppies. I would read that.
I wouldn't. I don't read.
Is it okay to have 12 side characters with one main? Oh, yeah. Have as many side characters as you want. That will not add to your pain, generally. The stress of main characters increase exponentially.
Working words carry meaning on the sentence. Glue words, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections.
I'm so sorry, Amy. That is torturous. If you're storyboarding, would minor colors be good to distinctly know which stick figure or little blob you'd be drawing to ensure you don't mix up your characters? If you have your script, you're not going to mix up your characters. You'll know exactly who is where. I usually, when I'm thumbnailing, I'll do like little signifiers. So sometimes it's usually like the hair shape. Like if I'm drawing Trixie, I'll draw like a character with like a little curly hairstyle. Or if I'm drawing Amanda, I'll like draw Amanda's hair and stuff like that. Like I differentiate it a little bit. You could use colors. Colors, I feel like, just adds an extra step though. I also, when I'm storyboarding / thumbnailing, for color comics, I will go in and do a quick like color palette thumbnail as well, so that I know what color everything is. It's not like exact, but it's great when I'm like trying to figure out the mood of a scene. So that's when I'd recommend using color. Otherwise, you can probably just like label things by like, I don't know, drawing like a distinct feature or labeling them with like a letter or something. But if you have your script, you should be able to tell who is who. Unless it's like a giant scene with lots of characters in one panel, for example. I can't see so well. So colors help me? Oh yeah. Well, do what works for you. Outlines and scripts are cool. But I gotta make some character names. Oh heck. Choose your character names. You could just put a letter in the circle head. Yeah, exactly.
How do I search for passive? It'd be was and had.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I probably should do a search on bean.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I typed the wrong bean. I gotta
Food
search
bean.
for beans in my manuscript. Okay, I gotta search
Beans
for
outta here.
debauchery. I use that. Oh, burgundy. I make everything burgundy.
No, it's just the suit.
No, I do other things that
Oh,
are
really?
burgundy that were.
Oh
I
goodness.
shouldn't.
Burgundy.
Burgundy and red.
Hmm.
Everything can't be burgundy and red. God
Yes, it
damn.
can be.
I also give everyone silver eyes.
Silver eye.
All of the the animals.
Oh yeah.
But like Ekato should have the silver eyes, and everyone else should be distinct and all that crap. What are some... Okay, Ursula,
Yes?
fight me right now.
'Kay.
Make my feelings hurt.
Put
What
up
are
your
words
dukes.
I overused in the manuscript?
Uh...
I'm taking your silence to mean I'm better than I was.
Yeah.
I killed a lot of eye rolling and sighing. I'll search sigh anyways, because sometimes you just use it, and
Yeah.
breath.
Breath, sigh. Maybe tensed. Use
Oh
tensed a
yeah,
lot.
tense.
Characters will tense up or tense their upper lip and stuff like that.
Exactly. Tense.
Yeah. I think you use firm in the same way too.
Yeah. I also always say scowl instead of frown, so I'm gonna mix it
scowl.
up a bit.
I use scowl a lot too.
Yeah.
Such a good word.
It's a really good word. My characters sigh more than they breathe. Yeah, same. Oh, I need to search up east and west because I get them mixed up.
Oh no.
That was one of the ones.
Oh my goodness. I am not thumbnailing at all. I'm too busy reading. Okay, 4 panels.
What's it say? Secret. We can't.
I can't read the script.
Thumbnails is hard because
It
you
is
guys
hard.
can't. Are these innuendos? I have tons of innuendos in Apple. I have
So many.
plenty of innuendos in Apple. We're good. Combine them to be Weast. Hey Ursula, how do you take really complex wardrobe design from a character and make it really easier to manage when drawing? I really like detailed witch costume or chainmail, but still make it readable.
It's you might have to strip away some of the small details. Like I'm thinking chainmail. So say I've got a character with like, I don't know, this is their arm. Right. And they've got like, this is so bad. They've got like plates of armor and they've got like a little chainmail bit on their arm. I'd say like simplify the texture down so you're just doing like, I don't know, little like scale looking things like that.
Dwagon.
Like a little dwagon.
He's a dwagon now.
Or you could do like
turn all your characters into dwagons.
yes. Or you could do, instead of like drawing all the little ringlets, you could just do like a couple here and there just to give the texture an idea. But as for like more complicated costumes, see what you can strip back. Like I try and pick out like focus points for each I don't know, outfit or costume or whatever. So if say you have like this big ornate dress, but like maybe like the bodice is kind of like the focus, or like they have really distinct like sleeve shapes, or you know, whatever, or like a pattern on the skirt, like put all your detail into like the distinct part of it and leave the rest more plain, like take out some of the texturing and stuff. Or you could also find like a way to, like you could make a brush or something that, or a pattern fill, something like that, you could use to add textures and stuff, just to save yourself some time. But yeah, I'd really just kind of pick something to be the focus and put all your eggs into that basket instead of making the whole thing super detailed. Hopefully that helps. Oh, it also, to help keep things readable, using high contrast helps too. So like, I usually think about, like, when I'm looking at costumes and stuff, I usually think about it, like, in parts. So if we're looking at the chainmail crappy arm again. So every time, like, a section is, like, changes. So let's say for, like, his plates of armor, you use, like, dark colors. Like that. And then for the chainmail, you use light colors. So I kind of try to keep something like that. So like alternating between different levels of contrast. If you've got like a pattern on top, you could make the pattern dark and the background light. But just make sure things are like distinguishable. Make sure they're not just like all one color head to toe. Because you can still have a character who wears like all black but use different kind of like values of gray or blue or purple or whatever off black, just to show some differentiation in there, and so they're still readable.
I'm vibing.
You vibing?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm doing my word searching now, so I'm bopping off.
Doing a word search?
Yeah, I'm doing a word search. I'm writing a fanfic right now. Congratulations.
Oh, heck.
That's powerful.
That's very powerful.
My glob. I use the word dark a lot. Mething. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's like complaining that there's a lot of water words in Honeywalls.
Yeah. Totally. It's like if you looked at like a vampire book and you were upset that there were so many mentions of blood.
Yes. There's only so many words you can use to describe fire.
Yeah.
4,000 out of 50K. Wow, that's pretty good.
That's powerful.
Me realizing that I'm very shonen style kid. How do you personally make a comic panels more dynamic and block characters breaking the comic panels? How do you do that?
By block characters breaking the panels, do you mean like how do you show characters like breaking out of panels?
Probably, that's what I assume.
Okay. Dynamic paneling. I'm trying to think of general tips. It's hard to say because sometimes you have to look at a page to like give proper advice. My recommendation for paneling anything is to have like a focus panel that kind of where you want the main attention to go to per page, because every page has like it should have like a purpose. Like it's like how when you're writing a paragraph, each paragraph should have a purpose to it. Like you're trying to show one thing on a page. So like what's the most important piece of information on this page that you have to show? What?
When you talk, you move the box beneath you like it's like a Muppet, and it follows like your speech patterns.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh my god. I fidget too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. That was a fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yeah. So basically just pick a panel that'll be your focus. To make things dynamic, really pay attention to like your comic flow. You can use like cool panel shapes to kind of bring things through. But as long as they're like legible and you're looking towards the next panel they're supposed to read, like you're golden. As for when to have characters breaking out of panels, I tend to use that as like the focus panel, I guess. Like I do it a lot with like I mean, on this first page that I was drawing, like Finch here breaks out of the panel. I break panels a lot in Magpie whenever there's like a horde that the Elder God like lives in. So whenever we're in like her domain, things kind of break. So here I'm really trying to focus on like Finch's expression, and they're in the space where panels break. So that's why she kind of breaks through it all. You can also like use it to, I know like a really manga thing is to have whenever you introduce a character and you're getting like your first like up and down look at them, they'll kind of break out of the panel and just be standing there in like a cute pose. But yeah, you can do all sorts of that. You can have people like, if they're in a fight and they're, say like jumping into the fight, you can break things to really show like the action kicking off, for example. There's lots of reasons to do it and lots of ways to play around with it. I would say if you're struggling with it, try drawing the same page with a whole bunch of different compositions and kind of pick the one you like the most. Do lots of iterations, that can really help, instead of sitting and trying to do it perfectly the first time, you know? When writing, do you think it's best to keep writing and section up everything into volumes where it seems appropriate, or do you write each volume distinctly?
It's your decision. Literally. If you're for Magpie, there's like an overarching plot, and I just kind of cut somewhere every 100 or so pages, like what feels like a good natural end. With 9 Point, I write it specifically to have an arc in each book. Each are valid. One is like just cost savings, honestly, and the other is, planned. It's fine. Because unlike novels, a lot of the times you can't do all the comics that fast. And it's acceptable to have it broken up. So, you're good. No matter what you decide, you're good.
I love thumbnailing.
Oh my god. I'm just casually scrolling through these words. This is my least favorite part. I can't really decide what to do next with my story. My main characters just got to the secret society of mermaids, and they discovered that the mermaid hunters kidnapped the leader. Damn. I feel like you're just showing off your cool-ass story. You're like, oh man, it's so hard to write. And you're like flexing your cool mermaid story at us all. I'm on to you, Cece.
We're on to your games. Hey, Jubilee.
Is Lul the only blonde in the universe or something?
Does Aaron count as blonde?
No, he's got like gray hair.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't he? I think I default to like dark hair because I'm like, everyone makes characters blonde, and now I just have one blonde boy.
We don't know about Dawn. I don't know what Dawn looks like.
Yeah, I don't either. You were like, what does he look like? I don't know.
I don't know.
Burgundy suit.
Yeah. Celine's got dark hair. Alex and Asler have dark hair. Julietta's dark hair. Fairy's got red hair.
Well, there's redheads. It's not even like Juliet has brown hair. Like there's all sorts of hair colors. It's just like there's only one blonde.
One blonde. Could Leah be blonde?
Maybe.
I don't think she's ever. It mentions her hair color.
I
wish I had ideas. Could also read. What writing obstacle do you face the most?
Depression. What is it? I just lose motivation, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I am 100% or 0%. Like there's no in between for me. Like everyone's like, "Oh, consistently write 250 words a day and you'll finish a novel in a year." No, doesn't work. All gas. All gas or all break. Like I finished Avo in like 3 days, and I feel like I'm gonna finish this draft in a day. So,
Jeez.
It's an easier draft, honestly. Like I said, this is an ironing draft where I iron things. My bum's numb, so it's time to stop drawing. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Go relax. I find I hate this point with writing. I have like I feel like I'm not leveled up enough to fix this. Or maybe it's just a normal writing thing. But I find like I hate when I have an idea, but like the pieces haven't come together yet. So I'm like there's so like I'm like, I know if I sit down and start writing this, I'm gonna hit a wall at some point and I don't know how to get past it, you know? It's like there's a key piece missing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you said, sorry.
But it's like when you're thinking out a story, but like it's not quite coming together.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's not enough here to make something out of it.
My favorite thing is when I haven't written everything down. Like, that's what I'm fighting with Avo 2, where I have like all these ideas. I'm like, how do they connect? Like, I know I thought this out, so they must work. Just gotta hit my head against it and I'll figure it out. Everyone hates me for this. Doctors hate them. Oh my god. There's so much darkness in Avo. Oh my goodness. A pillow wouldn't fit into my drawing sitting position. I wish Bones would just write everything down. Yeah. That ain't happening. Hi, homos. No. Maybe? I don't know, Juan. Do I allow this? I'm gonna hide it. I don't think YouTube would appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm really bad at it's not even that. It's like I also delete things constantly. Like even when I could probably use it, like I'll delete outlines because I don't know. I hate myself.
You fool.
Maybe my therapist is right.
You know that like sorry, I was just thinking someone was talking about like hair colors and descriptions and stuff. Like I feel like I was told about writing, like, you're not supposed to, like, sit and describe what your character looks like. It's boring. But when I, like, actually showed my writing to people, they were like, what does your character look like? I don't know what to picture.
Well, the problem is if you sit and describe everything, some people really want you to, like, describe the character entirely. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, you have one descriptor, that's enough sometimes.
Yeah.
Like... Other times, yeah, I'll go a little in depth, especially if they're kind of a unique look. Have you ever made a comic in the scrolling webtoon kind of format? We do like comic format first, and then we'll like pull it apart into webtoons.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. The webtoons doesn't go into a book that well, and I like books.
Yeah.
I like books. Maybe they want you to be vague. Maybe they were blonde. Maybe they weren't. Who knows?
It's a mystery.
I describe Lul constantly.
Because he's beautiful.
He's beautiful.
He's handsome.
It's easier when you have other characters describe what they see, right? The main problem is when you're in first person, having your character stand in front of a mirror and say what they look like, not a good idea. There's other subtle ways to do it. Like having people remark or have them run a hand through their beard.
Yes.
Yeah. I love the mirror trope. Same. I mean, who doesn't look in a mirror, though?
Who doesn't?
It's Hallow. Vampires.
Vampires. Exactly.
Oh my god, do the mirror trope, but it's a vampire standing in front of a mirror describing what they think they look like.
Oh, that's so cute. I do love when the mirror trope is like played with a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does the Infernal Devices use the mirror trope? That's fun. I like that. Listen. Okay. One that I see all the time is when a character looks like their parents. So they'll see, like, my mom came in and it's like she has the same curly brown hair as I do and the same wide build.
Except me and my mom literally have the same eyes.
Well, yeah.
Okay, they're not literally the same, but they're like close.
Yeah. But like...
They have the same energy.
Yes. But, I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, a lot of people look like their parents.
When I was like a bratty
another
teen, I'd
trope.
be like, what are you looking at, Mom? But then, like, I forgot about this, but our roommate used to think I was staring at him, but it was just like, my eyes are just constantly open. Like, I just stare blankly.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
have beautiful,
You zone out.
I have beautiful anime eyes.
He does. He
How
has-
dare you disassociate in my direction?
you monster.
Well, he'd stomp down the stairs and I'd look and he's like, if you're not gonna say anything, don't look at me.
That was the weirdest. You couldn't look at him. I was like, what? You weirdo.
I'm like, just never come downstairs then, buddy.
Buddy. Creative burnout is real. Bone stole his mom's eyes. Give them back.
No. They mine now. I feel like every single scene in this book uses the word dark at one point.
Probably.
Did it get obnoxious, all the dark?
I didn't even notice.
Okay, that's what I figured. But
Don't look at me. You're asserting dominance through your eyes. Exactly. How dare you assert dominance?
that's so controlling. Don't look at me.
He had problems.
He had problems. Well, I was reading our chat logs from when we used to, like, not want to talk when he was in the room. Because he was...
He'd sit there, like, in the room, just, like, grumping at us.
Yeah.
And you're trying to just, like, enjoy the morning before I left for work.
Yeah. But apparently he had, like, set me, like, aside and was like, you're gonna break up with me. Like, and he was like, you don't talk to people like that. Because you guys know how I talk to Ursula, where I'm like, God, stupid. Like, I'm like that all the time.
We tease each other.
Yeah, we tease each other. But he's like, yeah, you guys are gonna break up. You just don't respect people. There's a reason why no one likes you.
He was such a jerk.
He was such a jerk. I do realize that I have resting bitch face, though.
You are a little grumpy looking when you...
I've realized that there's times that I smile, but it doesn't show on my face.
Oh, God.
Because
Really?
I noticed it when I was... Now I've been doing video conferences, and I feel myself smiling, and I look in the camera, and I'm not smiling.
Oh my God.
Like smiling feels like so much to me, because like when I smile, it's like all the way up, like full smile. But sometimes it's just like, I can't do it because I'm like happy.
Well,
right
yeah.
now.
You
But
never
it would
know,
just
you're
be
paying
like,
attention.
I can't do
He
it.
just looked at me just like...
Yeah, and that's like a smile. Like I can feel the muscles of in a smile, but like it doesn't show on my face at all.
Dude. See, my default is smiling, so I don't know what it's like to look serious.
Like it doesn't even look like the white guy little eye face, the little white person face. You know, the one where you're like,
Yeah. Yes.
Apparently my version of that is just looking at someone and making the exact same face. Thank God for masks.
Yes. I think I've talked about this before. I have like, whenever I'm reading something, like I'm focused, people consistently come up and say like, are you okay? Like, what are you looking at? Like, you look like your whole family has been murdered. Or like you're looking at something really horrifying. And I'm like, I'm just reading.
Oh yeah, she has like my dog is dead reading face.
I wonder if like, I'm like, do I need glasses? Like, am I making weird faces because I can't see?
I don't know. She should get tested.
I should. We should get our eyes tested and get you some new glasses.
I would love some new glasses. Might suck.
Soon as we're able. As soon as we can go to a... Are they optometrists?
Yes.
Okay. What's the dentist one? It starts with an O.
Orthodontist.
That's it. I thought I was saying that.
Ornithologist.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what? What? I have a resting terrified face.
Are you okay?
How do you smile but it's just to gums? I smile but like just my gums. Can barely see my teeth. Oh, I can see how you do that.
Oh, yeah.
Impressive. Maybe you have lower gums too.
Maybe. I have dead resting face. I look at myself in class and I just look dead. You're just passing away.
Maybe you are just terrified.
Oh, dang. I didn't bubble that correctly. Take away my comic book license.
There's 62 instances of dark in Eva.
Are there?
Yeah.
I feel like there should be more.
Same. I'm actually kind of impressed that it's not that bad. I don't feel like this is 62. Like, this goes all the way down. But I guess so. This song is such a bop.
It's a good song.
Resting fawn face, active fawn face. Sorry, I'm being quiet when Ursula also is being quiet.
I know.
We both decided to do thinky
Gosh.
tasks for the...
I know. Goodness. You got a writing question.
Irene, stop.
Do you write
Fool.
in a specific program?
I just constantly look tired, resting yawn face. I have a singular top tooth that goes behind the bottom row. I need braces. I have one that pokes out, but my teeth are fine.
I've got a crooked tooth on my bottom row. Like, sticks out weird.
I've never seen me and Melanie Martinez in the same room. Dang.
As for the program Bones writes in, he writes in Scrivener. She's just crying beside me.
She's been out.
Matica just cries. That's her default.
Yeah.
Resting cry face.
It's true.
Google Docs for writing. I also use Google Docs just because I switch between devices a lot. It's nice to have it on the cloud.
I'm very inconsistent with what I call the god of shadows. Is he the god of shadow? Or is he the shadow god?
So you gotta pick some of these terms.
Is he daddy?
Because you also... No. That one is not okay. Oh my god.
I feel like I can just use any terms I want. Because the
No.
message gets across.
No.
And if you're in common parlance, you're gonna muck it around a bunch too.
June, please ban yourself.
Shadow daddy?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Shadaddy.
God of daddy.
No. So you're making Matica cry.
No, Matica's always crying. Where do you find classes did you take for wait. Where do you find classes did you take for writing class for comic books? I did like one one comic writing thing, and it was it was just a panel at a convention.
I see you, Alice.
I watch a lot of writing excuses and then just kind of apply it to things.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we've never done any like
Dado!
God of Dado.
Can you put Madoka in the basement?
Madoka, are you going to the basement? You're not going outside. You went. Madoka.